Hi everyone, welcome to Beauty by Trish, and today I would like to go over my week in review. I am going to go over some of the things that I really enjoyed. A couple were new, a couple were old. I'm going to be skipping foundation and under eye setting powder because I am trying those out and I will talk about those later. The under eye setting powder, is going to have a video all its own. So well, let's just go ahead and get into it. There are a couple products that I do want. There's a couple hair products, which I usually don't talk about hair products, but I'm going to talk about these. The first one, back when I went to beauty school, this was such a big, hot product, and I have not used it in years. I saw it at Marshall's, and I got it because I had just run out of my hairspray, my Healthy Sexy Hair Touchable hairspray, and I saw this and it was $7.99, and that is Sebastian's Shaper Plus. I forgot how much I love this hairspray. It gives a really nice hold, but it's not stiff. It's still very touchable. This is what I refer to as the memory foam of hairsprays because it doesn't make your hair crunchy. You can still fool with it, but it does kind of remember. I know that sounds crazy, but yet it goes back into place and it stays nicely. This is really good at fighting humidity, which, let's not even talk. Third day heat advisory, humidity's so high, it's crazy. I can't stand to be outside. I go into some kind of a asthma, pre-asthma something, I don't know, it's horrible. I'm enjoying getting reacquainted with it. Now, I did get an email from Ulta this morning, and these are $6. You're allowed to have 3. So I got 3 because they're buy 2, get 1 free. So I paid $12 for 3 of these. So I'm super excited about that. Great deal. Awesome hairspray. If you like to do second day, third day hair, this makes it possible without it being too stiff or resistant to your second or third day hair. So this next product, I don't know what to say. This is something that I found on the clearance rack at Ulta. It is for very dry, damaged hair. It's a restorative hair treatment, and it's by Ojon. Is that how you pronounce it? Probably not. But it was $19.50, marked down to $1.97, and I got half off that, so I paid 98 cents for this. And this is the little jar, and I will tell you, I don't like the smell at all. Oh, there's like one of my hairs. My husband said it smelled like cheap chocolate. I think it smells like a fire, up like a bonfire. You know how your clothes kind of smell after you've been at a bonfire? You're supposed to start with a teaspoon to a half a teaspoon of this. It's very thick, like coconut oil. You're supposed to take it out, rub it in, let the heat melt it, very similar to coconut oil. Rub it, your hands together, and then work it into your dry hair. And you are to continue doing that until all of your hair and your scalp are saturated. Now, we know I have very fine, very thin hair. I did it last night. It took the whole container, and I didn't feel, it felt, I'm trying to be objective here. It felt nasty. It was almost like candle wax, melted candle wax and coconut oil together, not wanting to come off your hands, off your sink, out of your hair. And I got 2 of these because they were 98 cents. I don't even know if I'll try it. I don't even know if I'll do the other ones. So, but that is, if I would have bought that if I would have paid full price for that, I would have been very upset. Very upset. Something that I talked about a couple weeks ago, not having good luck with. I revisited them because I had just bought them, and what I did was something I had to do with another brand of liquid lipstick, and that is not to use a lip liner. I don't know why. I don't know if it affects the grab of it. I don't understand. Even just outlining my lips with a lip liner makes that product not work either. So I revisited the new Bare Minerals liquid lipsticks that they just came out with their new collection, and I used them both this week without any lip liner, and I've got to say the wear was much, much better. Now, these do not dry down to like a matte like the Kat Von D or the L'Oreal, or there was another one. These are transferable. If I kiss Jack, he has this on his lips. If I drink out of a straw, it's on my straw. But they do wear nice. They feel good. They don't feel drying, and the wear time is nice. It is not eat proof or drink proof. If you eat, what did I eat yesterday? Oh my gosh. They have the fresh berry chicken salads back at Wendy's. I love those. And I ate that, and I did have to reapply, but that's okay with me. But this does wear much nicer. It doesn't roam outside of my lines. It stays on. It looks nice. It looks fresh, and I really have been enjoying these. And I just have these two shades. I wore Boss a lot this week, which I usually wear more of a pinky color than a warmer nude. And this is Juju, J-U-J-U, and this is the one I'm wearing today. So I actually had to go get Boss out of my makeup bag in my purse because I've been carrying it with me this week. But I've enjoyed them, and I feel a lot better about investing in them since they do have better wear time than the first time I tried them. I don't know what the difference is with the lip liner, so if you guys have ever tried with and without a lip liner, let me know. Let me know. Something that I do want to tell you about, well, no, you won't see it either. Yeah, you will. Something I do want to mention in a video coming up, I did a get ready with me with some new products that I had purchased. And I used the new Rimmel lipsticks in the, I think they're like a cream color tube from Kate. And I was hoping they were the matte formula, like in the red, because you know that's some of my favorite matte lipsticks at the drugstore. But they were not. It went on quite sheer. It did not have any lasting time at all. No eating, no drinking, and it still just disappeared. I tried 3 of them with a liner, without a liner. Since I had this experience, I'm going to be a little paranoid about that now. I don't want to give you misinformation. And I just couldn't get the color that looked, I couldn't get the color payoff that I saw in the tube on my lips. And it just didn't work. So I actually took those back, and the Essence liquid lips, I got 3 of those after I watched Toddy do a review on how nice they were, and they went all outside my lips, even with lip liner. Even with the e.l.f. lip primer, which I can't find anymore anywhere, even with that went outside my lips. So I did return all those lips. And I did something else. I'm just giving you updates as I think of them because I hate to give misinformation. I got the Maybelline Color Tattoo eye chromes, I think they were called, in a tube like lip gloss. And I got those and I enjoyed those. I did a beautiful smoky eye with each of the darker ones. The lighter ones I also used as a main color with a little bit of taupe. I did that with the pinkier color, and the silver, the one that had more silver, I used as a base. They all worked very nicely. I hadn't used them again in, I want to say probably a month, and I picked a couple up this week to use, and they were all crackly. Like, I still have some of the color tattoos in the pots. I've not tried the pencil ones. And they were horrible. They cracked and flaked all over my face. They were not easy to work with. They did not want to blend. And I had not had them that long, and they had been sitting, me not using them. What are they going to do in my drawer after a few months? Because I do like to rotate and go through my things, but I'm not going to have something in my collection that I have to babysit. Those are a little pricey for that. So I also did return all of those that I had bought. So those were kind of, I was sad to do it, but I wasn't just going to keep it to have it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing that. So, okay. I think I got all that updated stuff out of the way. I just, when I say something works and then I come back later and there's an issue with it, then I like to make the correction so you guys have the best information that I can possibly give you from my viewpoint, not the world's. So a few times this week I used my Physicians Formula. This is Physician Strength Concealer, Conceal RX. Now this is a pretty serious concealer. It feels really nice, if I can do that. Blends very nicely. It feels creamy, but it dries pretty quick. Get in there and get it where you want it, because it does dry quickly. It doesn't keep like a tacky feel. I still always set my under eye concealers, but it is very opaque. It keeps it very, very nicely. Took this Cover FX, I'm getting much sleep, Cover FX, and I just put just a dot, just to brighten it a little bit. I put it on there. This is an amazing concealer. This could really stand alone. Probably either of these could, just because I'm in the middle of switching some things out. I had to take my mirror off. I hope the lighting is better. That mirror, as much as I loved having that big mirror, it just blocked all of my light. And I think I ended up deleting probably over 20 videos total, because it would be like the color was off, the shading was off. I'd go to show you a color and you couldn't see it. I did go to Sephora and I grabbed two things. This, I did not even know anything about this one, but the girl was showing me. It is the Sculpting Multiple Duo Stick. This is Copacabana and Sedaria Beach. Now, I usually don't get into these. But when she demoed, as I knock everything on the floor, but when she demoed it, and I have used it every day. Let me get them on here. I got the lightest one. This is the lightest one. These retail, I think it was $39, which isn't bad for Nars. But here is the highlight, and it feels like silk. And here is the contour, and it's just, they glide on so beautifully. After I got it home, I thought, this is going to be way too white, and I've used it every day. I love it. It's perfect. It's a shadowing. It just gives you a shadowing. It's not anything that's going to be too much. The highlight, now the highlight is pretty serious. It's pretty intense. I do put it on directly from the stick, and then I take my beauty blender and I kind of pounce it and distribute it. But I've been loving this, and once again, it is Copacabana and the Sedaria Beach. Beautiful. It just has the perfect amount of everything, so it just gives you the beautiful shadow with a little bit of a glow, but not too much. It's just everything perfect. Love this. Love it. And I picked up the Lock It setting powder from Kat Von D. I walked by and they had the display. Beautiful. And the sifter is a little star, so you can see when you dump some out, it's a star. Now, the first time I used this, I thought, oh, am I going to have to return that? I hate to return things. I've had to return things. I don't like to return things. But I used my brush to put it on. You guys have seen me. I take my Real Technique powder brush and I stipple it on my face. So I used it again, and I used my big puff, and I loved it. I loved it. I'm not kidding you. It was 98 yesterday with a humidity of 89. It was horrible. I mean, you could not breathe. But my makeup stayed on all day. Blush, bronzer, everything. So far, this is proving very quickly that it's going to be a favorite powder. Speaking of bronzer, I have been using, I saw Lisa D1 talk about, it wasn't this one. I think this is the one that she got and tried. But somebody had told her that the bronzer she complimented them on was a L'Oreal powder that was just darker. And I don't remember which one it was, but she couldn't find that one. She found the cappuccino. So when I went out, I forgot what the name was of the other one, so I got the cappuccino. I've been using this as my bronzer all week. And it is just beautiful. I have really enjoyed this. I think there were 2 days. Yes, because I did the Get Ready With Me on the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. When I first got it, I played around with it a little bit on camera, similar to what I did with my Morphe palette. Kind of a first impressions kind of a thing. And then the file being erased off my computer, that was one of the videos that I lost. And I started not to do it, and I thought, you know what? I get these products to try them out, to review them, and give you my opinion. That's what I do. So, I did the video again. Well, it was one of the ones, was the final reason I took the mirror down, because it was doing something, and like my face kept getting white, or it was shadowed. It was just a mess. So I did it again. But those 2 days I used the blush, bronzer, and highlight from the Bunny palette, and not this. But other than those 2 days, I used this, and I loved it. Since then, I have gifted my daughter that palette, because it is an okay palette to get some cute looks out of. But it's going to be much cuter on her 27-year-old skin than my 52-year-old skin. So I gave that to her. Urban Decay. This is Rapture. It's one of my favorite blushes of all times. I love this blush. It is just, I'm wearing it again today. Not that you can see. I'm wearing this again today. It's just beautiful on. For my highlight, Urban Decay. This is their Afterglow highlighter. This is their highlighter in Aura. This is their highlight in Aura. And that's what I like this blush for. This brush for is for highlight. Because it blends it as it applies it. Just really pretty. But yeah, Aura. I think I'm getting washed out because I have too bright. For the first time, I got to use my Modern Renaissance palette, and I enjoyed it. I really did. You guys can probably tell. I know you've seen this so much, but this really is a beautiful palette. Anastasia absolutely does her eyeshadows right. I love them. If the pink champagne would have been in here, this would have been like a top drawer palette. It's just so pretty. So many colors. I have not played with the pinks yet. I might do that this week, but great palette. I had a lot of fun with it. Finally using it. And I probably would have used it all week, but I have been, I know they're dirty, I'm sorry. I've been so amazed with these Morphe palettes. I have used each one now at least once, and this one I think is the one I used today. Yes, I used the 350S today, the shimmer on my lid. I'm telling you, it was like putting high-end shimmer on my lid. Real pretty, almost like you've made it wet look, you know, when you wet your brush. but you haven't. Blends beautifully. I've had it on now for, it's 3 o'clock. I've had it on now for probably 4 hours. Fallout? No. I mean, amazing. I used the 350M, yeah, in my crease, and in my outer V. I used this one, and this chocolatey one. Just beautiful, beautiful palettes. I can't recommend these enough. I really can't. I can't believe the quality for what you pay. I mean, it's just, it's awesome. I do have something that really upset me this week. As far as makeup goes, I mean, I got this mascara, I don't know, a couple months ago. I used it. I got some other ones at the same time. I've used the It one a lot, the It Superhero, love it. I've used the Lancome, I've really loved it. And I really like this. It's the Waterproof Better Than Sex. I've used this 3 times this week, and I won't use it again. And that really upsets me. That's one reason I don't like to buy high-end mascaras. It got so messy and smudged. Plenty of drying time. Still smudged. I'm not using any different oils or anything that would cause it to do that. Then, after it finally did dry, I would have, after cleaning the little dots everywhere, and I've used this before, loved it, never had any issues. Then I would look down and I would have all these flakes, these black flakes, all over my face from this. So first it took forever to dry, then I got the little mascara dots all over, and then it flaked. So that really upsets me when I give in to buying a higher end mascara and I don't even get to use half the tube. I think that's basically the gist of the things that went on in my makeup world this week. I thank you guys so much for giving me a little bit of your day. I hope you are having a beautiful start to your new week, and I hope that if you're in the heat wave areas that you find comfort and you are blessed with air conditioning. If not, go shopping in the hottest part of the day. Go to the mall and walk. Have a pretzel. Something. Stay cool. I love you guys. Have a great day. And also, our friend on here, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but our friend on here, Glitzy Fritzy, is going to have some surgery done today. So if you all could send Mary some thoughts and prayers, whatever it is you do, I would really appreciate it, and I know she would too. She makes it a top priority to share so much love and to just make us laugh, make us smile. So keep Mary in your thoughts and prayers, the surgeons that are performing the surgery, and in the next few days during her recovery. So we love you, Mary. Godspeed in recovery, honey, and we'll see you soon. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.